Hey, welcome to day 5 of the Financial Alchemy series. Today we are going to talk about creating your six-figure reality and also working on your expanding your network. So this presentation or this today is going to be a little different because we're kind of going to do a look back. And I wanted to show you that this works. And so I'm going to be sharing a tweet, how I manifested my tweet, and basically how I was able to create my 7-figure reality, because it's essentially the same process. And it's really strange that, not really strange, but this happened in 2020 when I shifted into 7 figures. So as you up level, you're going to have to make the same shifts. My clients that have been working with me since when they hit their first multiple 6 figures, and now they're doing the same work again to hit 7 figures. So this is just a flashback. So this is what I tweeted in 2020, right? This is before lockdown. You can see the date. It was February, and then later on that year, we hit lockdown. So it's 3 mental shifts that I'm making to hit 7 figures in 2020. I've tweeted about how I'm making a conscious decision to surround myself with friends that are not only entrepreneurs, but also high vibe. But I wanted to also share subconscious shifts. And these 3 shifts are what helped me hit 7 figures in a year that was filled with so much loss and stress. But I was still able to hit 7 figures because I made these internal shifts. So this is just to show you that no matter where you are now, if you take the time to do this inner work, if you take the time to make these shifts, you can hit your goals, because all it takes is for you to get started internally. And then it takes just a bit where your external reality will start to align with your internal reality. So this was the first thing I talked about on Monday. And then on Tuesday, I shared the story about my client, Melissa, and how she made the internal shifts so she could hit $100K, $122,000 in 30 days. So these 3 shifts if you don't know where to start, this is where you're going to start. So it all starts with, while studying cognitive behavioral therapy, we focus on the triangle, right? The triad: your thoughts, your feelings, and your behavior. And I realized that with my clients, they shift more quickly when they focus on identity, right? And because of this, because we have these multiple identities, and these multiple identities that we have in different areas of our life can create this deep cognitive dissonance, and that kind of keeps us stuck in our business. So I knew that I had to start working on my identity and how I saw myself in every area of my life. So having different identities for each area of our lives is actually ideal, but it becomes a problem when our beliefs and values don't align between each identity, right? This creates this cognitive dissonance, and this cognitive dissonance is what leads to mental and emotional stress. And if you're trying to run your business now with this emotional and mental stress, is why it's affecting you at a financial level. So really, when it comes down to it, financial alchemy is really emotional alchemy. So I was experiencing this mental and emotional stress because in my business, I was positive, I was high vibe, but in my personal life, I was getting into these passive aggressive convos. I was enabling friends and family. I was being really off brand. Like, I was not embodying who I said I was online in my business, offline in my personal life. So the first shift that I had to make was to merge all my identities into one main one. And I started to see myself as the brain trainer. No matter if I was at Whole Foods, no matter if I was at Walmart, no matter what, I was the brain trainer, and I saw myself as someone that had their mental and emotional shit together. No matter what, it wasn't just offline anymore. It wasn't me just hopping on this live and preaching to you, and then I get off and I'm doing something completely different. I had to start practicing what I preached, right? To create this level of consistency and congruence. Congruence is going to help you maintain a certain level of financial frequency. You'll eventually learn this. So I had to make sure that my mission in business, life, and love was to lead by example and provide a safe space for individuals to test their limits and find their inner strength. So this means that I had to do this with everyone in my life, not just my clients. I couldn't just turn off this thing when I get off a session with clients. So I can't have a text fight with my mom before hopping on a hypnotherapy session with a client, and then I'm trying to tell them to be more in tune and loving to their mother-in-law when I can't even do that to my mom, right? This means I can't send passive aggressive emails to marketing clients. So at the time I still was running 2 businesses. So I fully had to embody the brain trainer in all areas of my life. So think about who you are in your business. Are you the wellness trainer? Are you the fitness coach? Like, do you embody that? Are you going to tell your client to eat well and then you go and binge on Taco Bell, right? It's like you have to practice what you preach, because that energy work is really, really key, right? So I started that shift early towards the end of 2019. So when I made this shift, my dream clients started to show up in my DMs, emails, and even in my nail salon. My business identity has become aligned with all areas of my life, making it easier for you and myself to do business without burning out and struggling. And I saw this when I first hit 6 figures, right? It was like my first $1,000 client was not when I was on my laptop. I didn't get my first $1,000 client working on my laptop and being in business mode. I got my first $1,000 client in my identity when I was at a party. So at this party, since I didn't turn things off, since I embodied the identity of a hypnotherapist, I started to see myself that way. And when people ask me what I do, I'm a hypnotherapist. I used to struggle saying that. Like, it seemed weird to me. Like, I felt like I was saying I'm a wizard. But then when I got it together, I was like, this is who I am. I'm a hypnotherapist. And when people ask me what I did, I'm a hypnotherapist. And then that led to a conversation, and they saw the way that I carried myself, and they saw the way that I interacted with people, my energy, because I didn't have to shut it on and off. I was embodying the hypnotherapist all the time. So that's how I got, thank you so much, Melissa. That's why I got that client. And so now when I wanted to hit 7 figures, I had to take it up a notch. I really had to deepen this identity work and really understand that I had to be able to hold space, not only for my clients, but for people outside. So if I'm in line and someone is freaking out at Trader Joe's, I'm not going to freak out with them. I'm going to ask them, so what's the solution to your issue right now? This happened. I was like, so the person was like, they were really stressed out. And I was like, so what would be the best solution to your issue right now? And they're like, if someone could hold my spot and I could run and go get the tomato sauce. And I was like, I'll hold your spot, run and go get the tomato sauce. And they went and everything was fine. So I couldn't be there and be like, girl, what are you, like, imagine if I was just like, I turned it off. I was no longer holding space for people offline. But it's like just being able to embody that in all areas of my life at all times. It makes it easier because I don't feel like I'm clocking into work. And it also helps with imposter syndrome as well, because you feel like this person all the time. It's natural to you. And so it also made it easier for the second shift, shifting from my energy to effort, right? I'm not afraid of working hard, but I have overdone it in the past and left me more behind in my business because I had to be hospitalized. I was afraid that I had this fear that hitting 7 figures would put me back in the hospital, because I still was holding on to the idea that in order to make more money, I had to work harder, right? So then I discovered the business vortex, energetic alignment in order to attract your ideal clients, using my energy to make more money, my presence to make more money. And that doesn't essentially mean more work. So the business vortex is like an energetic funnel, attracting your ideal clients because of your identity and who you are, and taking them on a journey that gives them more value at each level. And then you receive more money in return. And so I restructured my business around this energetic funnel, around my identity, right? You see how it's all rolling into one? So once you have your identity, you kind of see the perfect business model for you. And so we talk about these energetic funnels and the 9 different types in the Sleep Your Way to 6 Figures workshop series at the end of this month. So it's the 3rd day that we talk about these energetic funnels and how to set up your business to align with your identity. So much easier for you and to manage expectations. And it's so much easier for you to scale, because I know you're probably thinking like, yes, I want to hit 6 figures, but you immediately think, if you immediately think like, oh, 6 figures, that means I have to be on my emails. That means I have to go live every day. That means I have to do this. That's the block. That's the block. The work. You do not have to work hard. If anything you can take from this entire series is you do not have to work hard to make a lot of money. You do not have to work hard to make a lot of money. Say it with me. I do not have to work hard to make a lot of money. Okay? That's why I name my thing Sleep Your Way to 100K. Sleep your way to 6 figures. Sleep your way to 7 figures. Because we have this idea that it's like blood, sweat, and tears in order to get a coin, right? You have to start seeing yourself as the reward. Money isn't the reward. You are the reward. Money is a result. Yes, all caps. Money is a result. You are the reward. You're the prize, right? Your presence, your energy, your knowledge, your work, your love, all of that. You are more value than money. So your time, your presence, your energy is actually priceless. So you can charge accordingly. Don't let if you get any pushback from people about your prices, then what's amazing is we have this thing called free will, where they do not have to book you. They do not have to buy from you. When I first increase my rates, I had some people, you are the reward, exactly. I had some people like, wow, that's a little pricey. I was like, yeah, then it's not a good fit. If what I'm giving you is not providing you enough value to pay for it, then it's not a good fit. I want to make sure that what I'm providing you is a good fit and is of value to you. And that's how you're able to know. So now I never get people that message me that at all. No one even dares to ask me that. And if anyone tries to nickel and dime me, I tell them, please do not purchase from me ever again. I say this. And sometimes I just give people refunds and just say, please go now, get out of here. Please go. But and that's me creating my business vortex. That's me creating my orbit. What I allow into my orbit. Right? And so it's like I need people to and so this is the process of detaching from money, detaching from your client being the source of your wealth, detaching from DMs being the source of your wealth, detaching from webinars, all this work being the source of your wealth. You need to just embody that frequency. And I know this is how you do it. I'm showing you how to do it now. So that's the second shift that I made, right? Now, the third shift that I had to make was being more conscious when it came to my money. And that's when I met with Big Bang Oos. He was a financial planner at the time. And so it really helped getting to know my money and how it flowed in and out of my business. I was always been good at making money, but he showed me that I didn't actually have to work as hard if I knew how to leverage it better. Because I was still kind of running away from the idea of money. I still had some fear about managing it. I still felt like I wasn't able to fully control it. So I just thought, just have more money coming in and I'll be fine. But I was still kind of putting a lot of effort there when I could just manage the money that I made, allowing me to work less, investing it properly, actually allocating it properly, my investments properly. So, like doing my taxes, doing all that, like I started to really manage that. Yeah. So that gives you more control. And then just being able to consciously see and allocate my money actually was a positive thing. It didn't take away the magic of making it. I was afraid of doing this, this conscious work, this, boring work was going to affect me. That will have to be your next work, to start managing it. And so to recap, the 3 shifts are your identity, your energy, and the money, and how you interact with money. So some people may be fine at budgeting, but like for one client, they're really good at budgeting. They use Mint, they use all those apps, but they still struggle to see how that money, they invest that money, the gain. So they would always focus on the loss of money versus the gains. So we had to shift that. So examine your relationship with money now, how you see it. Do you just focus on it coming in, or do you just focus on it leaving? You need to focus on how money comes in and how it leaves. You need to focus on both. So those are the 3 shifts that I focused on in order to hit 7 figures. And I dive in deeper into these shifts. There's more to learn, of course, during the Sleep Your Way to 7 Figures, Sleep Your Way to 6 Figures workshop series. So the first day, we're going to talk about the framework, right? Then we are going to talk about just the expansion, and then we get into the business vortex, and you look at 9 different business models that I'm going to share with everyone that attends, that to help you avoid burnout and make more money. And it also helps you make 6 figures faster as well. So you get access to this when you join Flip the Switch. So Flip the Switch weekend, it starts with the 3 live workshops, 3:28 to 3:30, right? And then the following weekend, we do the group hypnosis. So you have that conscious work and strategies, the things that really make your business work for you, but then you also get the subconscious alignment and support. So a lot of times we take courses, we take workshops, and we're like, great, this is great. But then when you leave, it's like that motivation dwindles. So that's where the group hypnosis comes in. The group hypnosis is able to install that motivation, install that luck, install that confidence within your subconscious mind to help you stick with the goals that you set. And so with my clients, my one-on-one clients, they either see me monthly or quarterly. People kind of see hypnosis as one and done, but I I hypnotize myself daily. I do a hypnosis session every day. Because the world we're always evolving. I'm always learning. I'm now looking towards my shifting to 8 figures. So I did a lot of work. Now I'm doing a lot of internal work to shift to the next level. So, and it's fun. It doesn't seem like work because it's just interesting to learn more about myself. It's interesting to test myself, to grow as a human. And I think it really adds to the human experience that I'm able to have this kind of framework and have these tools to guide me as the world changes, as world events happen. I'm able to manage that. And so that's the power of hypnosis. And that's why I always talk about it and I always share it, and I find different ways to present it to entrepreneurs, because a lot of times as entrepreneurs, we always feel like we have to choose between personal development and business development, when it's never the case. They work side by side. Like you create the conscious strategies, and then you have your subconscious mind to support you with those conscious strategies, right? And so for anyone that's looking to expand their business and hit the next level of success, whether it's your first 100K or multiple 6 figures, then this is definitely the program for you. And this is part of anyone that's part of the GIST Premium. They get access to all the group hypnosis sessions. But for the future reference, my group hypnosis sessions will just be for GIST members. But I really wanted to make Flip the Switch to 10K weeks available to the public, because I feel like the public, and I've been there, of course. I'm not saying like, oh, I'm on, in my ivory tower, because I've been there. So that's why I made this public available for you to purchase a la carte, because once I was able to manage money, and once I learned the art of financial alchemy, that gave me so much confidence in all other areas of my life. Because we're taught that money is something we can't control, right? We're taught that money just goes in and out, or you just have to be lucky to be born with it, right? Or you have to work really hard to get it. And just being able to unlearn all of that nonsense and being able to really see, like, so I can write here. So this is my goal to end the quarter. So for the quarter, I'm going to end, for this quarter, the first quarter of the year, I'm going to end with $3,555.80. You know what? I basically can't talk anymore. But $300,000, right? And I put this here, and I put the date here, and I do this every month. Every month, I put how much I'm going to have in my business. And it always usually pans out. And so that's pretty powerful. How many of you would love to be able to just write down on your notebook, in your calendar, on your dry erase board, how much you plan to make in your business, and know that you're going to make that much in your business? Do you have that certainty now? Because if you don't, it can be installed. I wasn't born like, yeah, I'm a 7-figure entrepreneur, mommy. What's up? Like we weren't born entrepreneurs. You can make them. So if you want that confidence, if you want that certainty to just be able to write, in April, I'm going to hit $50,000. And then May, I'm going to hit 80. If you want that certainty, it can be installed with hypnosis. And that's what we're going to do in Flip the Switch 10K weeks. So if you're interested, click the link in my bio, or follow the link in the description. And it's possible. It's 100% possible. Before, I didn't even want to look at my bank account. Before, I was afraid to even check my bank account. Now I'm able to write how much I'm going to make in my business per quarter and put a date on it, and it happens. It just happens. And that is something that was installed. It wasn't something I was born with. So it can happen for you as well. So hopefully, let me know if you have any questions in the comments, if you're watching the replay. And I hope to see you in Flip the Switch to 10K weeks. All right, everyone, have a great weekend. Thank you for joining me this week. If you join me in every live, you're a real one. All right, bye.